Right guys, standard hobby welder basically has 4 settings on it. I've watched a few videos on YouTube recently, and guys have been struggling of welding 2 different thicknesses of plate or plate and round bar together. You basically get 4 settings on most hobby welders. You've got a minimum and maximum, number 1 and number 2, and a wire feed control. My advice would be to try and get as much heat in as quickly as possible into the heavier plate. So my advice would be your machine setup. I mean, this is a 130 amp welder. Your machine set up as high as you can go. Aim to be try and get a tack on as quickly as possible without dwelling too much on the thinner plate. We'll see how it goes. So we all know the scenario set up here. Got a thin plate, must be not even a millimetre thick. Bit of 10mm round bar. So what I'll be looking, when you're starting off, you're trying to get as much heat into the round bar as possible without touching the thinner plate. Straight in, quick. Get the heat into the round bar, flick up onto the plate. That's your job done. Spend a wee bit of time maybe getting your welder set up right, the correct settings. Now, if we're looking to weld something like this, with it being thin plate, it is hard on a continuous run to try and not burn through, penetrate through the thinner plate. But if we go along, basically spot welding right along the bar, it gives it that split second. You're not transferring too much heat into the thin plate. Right guys, so the end result being nice solid weld with little or no penetration through the back plate. Videos is not really my thing, but as I say, I just seen a couple of guys struggling and I thought I would try and give a bit of advice. Cheers guys.